Hello, my name is Katie and I'm here today to film my July TBR for the second time. So what happened was totally my fault. I filmed, but forgot that we had taken the camera on vacation and therefore the settings were changed because we were taking pictures and not filming video. So I just filmed like normal, and then also like normal I procrastinated on editing and went to edit it and was like, oops, that's not gonna work. So now the plan is to film, edit, and upload preferably before like 6 p.m. So let's just get this started and try to be a little bit snappy, shall we? First things first, my vlog challenge for July ended up being tomes. So I have picked 3 books that are over 500 pages for this challenge, and God help me. The first one I have is Witches Steeped in Gold by Ciannon Smart. I really don't know how to, I really need to look this up. I'm terrible. I looked up another author's name before filming, but forgot about this one. Anyway, my basic understanding is that this is a story, it's a retelling of Jamaican folklore or something along those lines, and I think there's a revenge plot, which I love. The next book I chose was The Revolution of Marina M, and this is a big ask because this is like 800 pages, but I'm also using it for a prompt for a readathon that I'm doing, which we will get to momentarily. This is kind of a coming-of-age story. We're following Marina, and she finds herself drawn to these revolutionaries, I believe, is the basic plot line. Very much looking forward to this. The final book for that reading challenge is Katharine the Great, Portrait of a Woman by Robert K. Massie. I have heard nothing but wonderful things about this nonfiction work, and I am really looking forward to getting to it next month. So for the readathons, I'm actually doing 2 in July. We'll just go chronologically. The first one is the Broadway Babyathon. It takes place July 1st through the 14th. There are 4 hosts: Brittany from Literally Smitten, Claire from Bookish Potatoes, Katharine from Katharine Zofria? I hope I'm saying that. I hope I'm at least close. And then Katie from Katie Can't Read. I have decided to go with Team Sweeney Todd. Each host has their own team. Brittany is getting up there with my best friend in the entire world, so I naturally had to go with her team. So for Team Sweeney Todd, the first prompt is The Worst Pies in London, a book out of your comfort zone. For that, I have chosen Rotherweird by Andrew Caldecott. I don't think there are many books that I would consider out of my comfort zone because I kind of just read most things. So I chose Rotherweird because despite having heard a couple people talk about it and having read the synopsis, I'm still not really sure what this book is about, and that makes me a little uncomfortable. The second prompt is Greenfinch and Linnet Bird, a coming-of-age story. For this, I have chosen Dear Edward by Napolitano. I think that's how you pronounce that. Anyway, this is a coming-of-age story. We're following Edward. He is the only survivor of a plane crash. I also need to get to this because I have chosen several categories from the 2020 Goodreads Choice Awards, and I want to read all the books under those categories so I can, you know, make my own determination for what books I think should have won last year. So this is a good excuse to get to this one. The next prompt, Joanna, a book with a name in the title. This is my double up from my vlog, and The Revolution of Marina M by Janet Fitch. Oh gosh, with as much as I read, it shouldn't be a problem to get through this in 2 weeks, especially if it is as engaging as I expect it to be. But I am a little intimidated, I won't lie. The next prompt is A Little Priest, a gothic or horror novel. For this, I have chosen Madam by Phoebe Wynn. This book is set at a boarding school for girls that is in the Scottish Highlands. It has been around for about 150 years. We are following our main character, Rose. She has just gotten a teaching position at school, and I didn't want to know much more than that. That's a lot of buzzwords for me there. The final prompt is By the Sea, a summer beach read. For this, I have chosen Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This, I know it has some kind of secrets type of a plot line, But Malibu is a very beachy town, and this cover looked pretty beachy to me, so I thought it would fit in quite nicely here. I also thought it would fit well because it is taking place at an annual end of summer party that this family hosts, and I don't know, summer, beach, I don't know, it worked for me in my head, so hopefully nobody disagrees with my selection. I will leave all the information for the hosts and the announcement videos in the description box, so if you would like to partake, you can go find the information there. The next readathon is the Tarot Readathon. It's taking place from July 10th to July 24th. This has slight overlap with the other one, but that's okay. I don't think it'll be a problem. There are 4 hosts for this one as well. Brittany from Literally Smitten, again, she is having a very busy July. Deja from Deja's Book World, Jess from Books Past Bedtime, and Nouvelle from Nouvelle 7 Pages. Again, I will leave all the information in the description box because this one's slightly more complicated and there's a wider array of prompts. Like the Broadway Babyathon, this is also team-based. I have chosen Team Swords because that is the team that Brittany is captaining, and as we've already discussed, I love Brittany. So for each team, there are 2 challenges, an upright and a reverse challenge. The upright is you may use 1 book to fill 2 prompts and the book pages count as double. The reverse prompt is that 1 book must be chosen randomly. So what I did is I just had like a random generator deal me a hand, or however the heck that works. I don't know. I know nothing about tarot. I like took a picture and I was like, Brittany, help, what does this mean? And she was like, you're overthinking it. Anyway, I just chose like 7 of the prompts from that because this was going to get out of hand quickly if I didn't narrow it down somehow. So the first card was Death, and the prompt for Death is a book that explores themes of death or mortality. For this, I picked Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Doughty. This book is a memoir that follows Doughty's time working at a mortician or working at a crematorium, something along those lines, but I know it does talk a lot about death and what it means in various cultures. The next card I got was the Ace of Pentacles. The prompt for this is a book with a 1-word title. This is the one I decided to choose randomly, so I just, in my little spinning wheel, I put a whole bunch of books with 1-word titles that I was interested in, and it spit out Heartstone by Elle, Katharine White. The only thing I know about this book is that it has something to do with dragons, and Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts recommended it several years ago in a video, and it's been languishing on my TBR since then. The next card I got was the King of Cups. The prompt for this is a book with a logical main character. I had a little bit of trouble here because I think until you've read a book, it's hard to know if the character is going to be a logical one or not. So what I have done is I selected A History of What Comes Next by Sylvain Nouvelle. This follows a woman who is a part of a family that has essentially been dictating what human history will be for like centuries. And I feel like if you come from that kind of a family, you've got to be kind of logical, right? Like you have to think in cause and effect. Maybe? I don't know. This is also the book that I am using to double up. So we'll just go on to the prompt that I also chose this book for, which is Knight of Pentacles, most anticipated book on your TBR. I have several most anticipated books on my TBR. This is definitely one of them. I actually just read The Test by Sylvain Nouvelle, and I'm even more excited for this now. Okay, the next card was the Ten of Swords, which is a murder mystery. For this, I picked He Started It by Samantha Downing. The only thing I really know is it has something to do with a road trip, spoiled children, and somebody's dead in the trunk of the car. That's all I got. The next card I drew was the Ace of Wands, a NetGalley arc or a book you should have read. This is a book that I won in a Goodreads giveaway a while ago, and I need to get to it. It's How Beautiful We Are by Mbue. I hope I'm saying that right. I looked it up and I listened to her say her name several times, and I think I've got it. This is a book that follows events that take place in a fictional African town as an American oil company essentially comes in and destroys the ecosystem. I am thinking this is going to be a pretty heartbreaking read, but I would like to get to it anyway. And the final card is The Star, a graphic novel or manga. For this I selected Lumberjanes Volume 1. This will be a reread for me, but for whatever reason, I never picked up volume 2. So I thought I either need to get rid of this or continue with the series, and so now seemed a perfect time to do it. Plus, with all the other large books I have going on, something like this might be a little bit refreshing. So those are the many, many books that I am trying to get through this July. Let me know in the comments all your thoughts about any of these books. Let me know if you are joining in on either of these readathons as well. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.